Hi, call me Schmal. Today we're talking with Haruna from the Gourmet Research Society. Welcome to Study Hall, where I grind in Blue Archive, my favorite game. Please use this time to also grind, work, study, or maybe even relax. My streams are intended to be accompany streams where I don't mind being on in the background. I really don't mind. And also, hi Bubba the Great. I hope your workday will go smooth. Thank you for letting me join you for a little bit. And hi Grey Claymore. Oh, playing Final Fantasy. What version? What number are you playing? Hi, thank you for letting me be on in the background. Today, we are all grinding a little bit, as usual. And I will just get right into the game. Bit of a short stream. The MMO. Ooh, that's a very popular version. Glad to know that it's still alive. Yeah, as it should be. I know that some MMOs get shut down after a while, but you know, clearly Final Fantasy is a huge series, so they would just be way too foolish to do that with their MMO. So while Blue Archive is loading, I'd like to apologize for the late stream. Yeah, I'm really sorry. It was supposed to start at 12, and it's already past 3 for me. I'm really sorry. Something that I want to work on for myself is is with the actions that I choose to do, I would need to be more considerate about what my actions mean for others. Especially when I say I'm going to be here at a certain time. It's okay. Oh, thank you, Grey Claymore. Yeah, well, I'm glad that stream is on right now for a bit. Yeah, what I was doing was... I was sleeping. Yeah, I was sleeping for a long time. Today's been a very sleepy week. I was in bed hugging my plushie, getting some more Z's. Oh, and since today I'm going to be talking about Haruna, it only makes sense to look at her ID card. So, I should have done that with Izumi yesterday. From here on out, I'm going to start doing that when I highlight a student. Okay, so this is ᶑᵉᵈᵦ Haruna. ᶑᵉᵈᵦ is her family name. Haruna is her first name. 17, March 1st. Oh, her birthday is coming up very quickly. Yeah, it is. 5'4". Hobbies are foodie touring, making foodie lists. Oh, and then here is who designed her, the artist, and CV. Basic info. President of the Gehenna Gourmet Research Society. At a glance, she appears to possess the graceful charisma of a refined lady, but when it comes to food, she can turn into a deranged maniac at the flip of a switch. Despite her uncontrollable gluttony, she actually can't stomach too much food at once. Her favorite foods are those rich and fat, such as motsunabe and ḥᵒᵜᵦᵦᵗ. Okay, nice. Yeah, you know, all the students from Gehenna, they appear to be like little devils. After all, Haruna here, she has this bat wing. And I'm quite certain she only has one. Yeah, so design-wise, she has a lot of these accessories, these brown accessories, which is really cute. Yeah, there's a bow in her hair, and even an earring on her wing. Hi, totally not Kyrie. Hi, welcome to my stream. Please call me Schmal. Are you also a sensei, I wonder? I am a level 90 sensei in Blue Archive. And right now I'm going to be talking with Haruna in Momo Talk. Okay. Yeah. Cute. I think because of her hat, she reminds me of an ᵒᶉᵦᵃ character though. Oh, yeah, I can see that. You know, to be honest, a lot of gacha game characters look similar to each other. Yeah, and sometimes they look like a mesh of a few. And to be honest, it doesn't bother me too much. After all, it still looks good. Oh, hi, cool guy Luxie. How are you? Thank you for finding my stream today. We're going to talk about Haruna. And today is a bit of a short stream. Still, no matter how short, it's still nice to grind in our favorite games. It doesn't bother me either. Why change what works after all? Yeah, it works really well. Super well. Okay, so I think I need to pull out Haruna from my messages. Some fun fact about Haruna. If you play the certain horse game, Haruna shared the same voice actor with the emperor herself, ᵖᵃᵉᵈᵦᵗः. Oh, that is such a cool fun fact. That makes me want to play Uma Musume. What a nice role being able to do. Haruna and being able to voice a pretty derby girl. Pretty derby horse girl. Okay, here she is, but I need to get to her Momo talk. From what I would call, Rudolph has a very funny sense of style. Sometimes I see people dunking on her outfit. Okay, here's Haruna. I was planning to continue my gastronomic quest, but I encountered a roadblock. I need to think about how to overcome this. I don't know what kind of roadblock you mean, but I'm on your side. Oh, I was just about to ask you for your help. Forbidden research. The dining hall is closed. There will be no more students to interfere. Click. Click, click. Good thing the hall still has electricity and running water after hours. This is the perfect spot for a little Epicurean research. No one will bother us here. Why am I here? Is that a rhetorical question? I need an adult here to take responsibility in case we're caught by the prefect team. That's just cruel and smart. No one said life is fair. Now let's get down to business. Today's Epicurean subject is coq au vin. It's an easy stew made by boiling chicken and vegetables. You just put the ingredients in the pot and boil it all together. However, if it were really that simple, it wouldn't be worth researching. What makes coq au vin different is that instead of water, wine is used to boil the chicken. Wine? Yes, as in alcohol. Naturally, it's off limits here. No student in Kivotos can buy wine. The upscale restaurant that serves this dish doesn't allow students inside, so there's no way for me to try it for myself. Instead, I prepared ethy alcohol and grape juice as a substitute. What? I've been searching for a combination that would act as a good substitute for the taste of wine. All I need is grapes and alcohol. No? This should be perfect. With this combination, I can make my own. Just watch, Sensei. First, grill. Next, fry the breaded chicken in the bacon grease. After that, put the cooked chicken, mushrooms, carrots, and onions in the pot. There are some students who can get drunk, such as Shun, Makoto, Kayako, and Wakamo. Oh, I seen Shun get a little tipsy. And let's see, Makoto? I think she was drinking grape juice. I haven't done her Momo talk fully, I believe. That's so funny. Then pour the grape juice. At least Haruna is kind of figuring out to do this without actually, you know, breaking any rules. You know, she really thought about the possible taste. Don't worry, Sensei, the plan is foolproof. Finally, it's time for the alcohol. How much should I put in? I should have thought about this beforehand. Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. The book I read said that alcohol evaporates when it's boiled. I'll just dump it in. A true epicure is never stingy with ingredients. I like to put in more than enough. Okay, maybe I went a little overboard, but I'm sure it will be fine. Let's turn up the heat. Huh? Bang! The pot exploded. Are you okay, Haruna? Yes, I'm fine. But we set off the fire alarm. There was an explosion in the closed dining hall. Could it be an attack? Report it to the prefect team right away. Have them converge all forces on the dining hall. Whoops. Looks like we're busted. Quick, let's run. But what about the food? The food is all over the floor, Haruna. We left the dining hall with me having to drag Haruna by the hand. And like Haruna's other hand was like trying to scoop up the food and like give it a little taste. I had to grab both of her hands. Oh, this is bad. It wasn't a big explosion, thankfully, but now the secret research lab is gone. Poor Hina can't take a break, right? Hina's probably sleeping, already changed into her pajamas. She probably took her hair jewelry out. Poor Hina. It's okay, I can always find another place. The ratio of alcohol played a bigger part than I thought. I'll have to be more careful next time. There was more to it than that, but it's pointless talking to Haruna when she gets like this. I'll have to visit Gehenna's faculty office later and apologize. Smart thinking. Such a responsible sensei I am. Going to go apologize. I'm going to adjust the audio just a little bit. Last time I looked at my VOD, the background music for Blue Archive was just a little bit louder than what I would like. Okay. Oh, I was just about to ask you for your help. Come to think of it, I was wondering if I could use cooking wine to create a similar taste. Cooking wine and grape juice, I'll make a note of that. Yeah, make sure to take care of yourself. Haruna's hands are going to blow off one of these days if she's not careful. Like, for real. Chefs and stuff usually have burns and cuts on their fingers. Also, good thing you know Shun getting drunk on the Valentine's event. Imagine drunk Shun, but her small variant. Oh my gosh, I don't think even small Shun can handle the taste. She'll probably just barf. Yeah, speaking of small Shun, her story was very amusing. Small Shun is very play hard. Play hard. Are you worried about me? That makes me happy. Alright, let's see if Haruna still can talk. If you really think about it, tea ceremonies teach the ultimate form of etiquette while dealing in taste. That's a difficult subject. That's practically a whole discipline. So, time to go exploring again. I've got a place ready, so please join me in my gastronomic quest. Okay, I'll see you later. I'll be waiting for you then. Yay, 40 pyroxene. The dignified path. I've been waiting for you, Sensei. This place is incredible. I really would personally want to go to a tea house. That would be so cool. Yeah, a tea house attached to a bathhouse, preferably. Research is important, so I wanted the best. I spare no expense when it comes to research. We can research in peace. The entire place is ours until midnight. Whoa. Haruna, you're kind of rich, aren't you? You rented out this whole place until midnight? You know, she does supposedly talk like an educated girl, so what better place than a tea house late at night? Let's get started then. Sure, this is a difficult subject, so I don't know how helpful I'll be. I'm saving up for either magical Raisa or swimsuitina. Ooh, good choices, cool guy Linksy. Yeah. I'm glad that you have some dedicated students that you want to roll for. There's a lot, and I've had to stop myself from rolling for a student for just pure aesthetics. Yeah, sometimes a character looks just that good. Still, I've seen swimsuitina be really good in battles, and I'm not entirely sure how useful magical racer is, but just on the grounds of how special that new version of her is, that's worthy enough to get alone. Yeah, I'm very excited that we're going to be able to enjoy that soon. All the other global sensei. I love Hina so much. My missing piece is now swimsuitina. Ooh, you're so close then. Can you just outright buy her? I know some students you can just buy them. They're usually around like $40 each. Haruna put a cup of instant ramen on the table. Instant ramen? Today's Epicurean research subject is instant cup ramen. Huh? Why not have a tea ceremony? There's been a misunderstanding. I never said would be researching tea ceremonies today. All I said was that tea ceremonies teach the ultimate form of etiquette. Consider the following. If posture, atmosphere, demeanor, and mindset determine how we perceive what we taste, what would happen if we apply the same philosophy when eating cup ramen? In other words, instant cup ramen is worthy of being researched. Now I get it. Haruna, you're so smart. You really seek experiences. Very good. I knew you'd understand its profoundness. I love being a sensei. I love being a sensei. I'm broke. I don't have 40 USD. Also, 40 USD is probably worth a master grade gunpla. That's very sensei of you to say. Yeah. Oh, gunpla is a very good hobby. Yeah, very good hobby. I personally don't build gunpla myself, but I really appreciate the hobby. And I like how people look when they're building it. There's a certain calm charm when people either are building gunpla or they're reading. I really like that look. I don't really know how to explain it. But yeah, good hobby. Thump. Haruna takes out an expensive looking pot. This pottery was made by an artisan. I'll be using it to boil our water. Haruna takes out a small water bottle. This is artesian water from over 500 meters underground in Gehenna's volcanic region. It's very expensive mineral water, and I mean very. Haruna takes out a large basket. This is charcoal made from oak, yet another expensive item. It will help the water boil to an even temperature. I am finding this Momo talk to be so amusing. I'd personally like to hang out with Haruna. She seems very fun. A, definitely a bit absurd, but fun. Tick, tick, tick. I also have a stopwatch to measure the time, a thermometer to measure the temperature of the water, a pair of the finest bamboo chopsticks, and finally a drip pot to pour the water. Everything looks good. Shall we start? Allow me to boil the water. Let's see, how do I light the charcoal? Huh? There's no fire, just smoke. Is this how a furnace is supposed to work? How am I supposed to use the pottery? It took us 2 hours to light the charcoal. Finally, she put water in the pot, boiled it, and brought the boiled water in the drip pot. That was when I saw the electric kettle in the corner of the tea house, but decided not to say anything. Thanks for waiting, it's ready to go. I'm so starving. After 2 hours, you're only supposed to typically wait 3 minutes for a cup of noodle. 3 minutes compared to 2 hours. We still have to decide how to pour the water and if the hot water should touch the noodles or the powdered seasoning first. I was thinking of going with the hand drift method. There are different patterns for pouring water, such as the spiral, circle, and dots, but I'll go with the spiral pour. This is how I first learned to make hand drip coffee, so it should work. This isn't coffee, Haruna. This is not coffee. I have no choice but to silently watch Haruna pour the water with great concentration. Pouring water requires so much concentration. That should do. I'll set 3 minutes on the stopwatch. 3 minutes later. Here you go, Sensei. Haruna and I ate our 100 yen instant cup ramen in the tea house late at night. It tasted good, just like ordinary ramen should. On the way home. What did you think of today's research? I thought it was rather tasty, different from ordinary ramen. Eating ramen in an elegant space like a quiet and peaceful tea house. I wondered if what I felt in that moment was enlightenment. I think we can perfect the Tao of cup ramen with a little bit more experimentation. But that's enough for today. See you later. I saw Haruna off. She seemed very satisfied as we parted ways. Aw, you know what? We're a really good sensei. Even though we kind of like know better, letting the student experiment and try for themselves is important. I really like that. I think the charcoal Haruna chose was probably something to smoke meats, not something to actually burn or cook with. Sensei, I don't know what happened, but when I ate it again in my room, it wasn't as good as before, even though the ingredients were all the same. What do you think that is? Because the location was different? No, my room is just as nice and big as the tea house. Dang. What the heck? Such a big room. She was probably like sitting on her own little chair with her own little tea table. What could be the cause then? The ingredients, temperature, and drip method were all the same. I'll give this further thought. Wow, a room as big as a tea house. Yeah, today I got to stream from my bed, to be honest. I'm just sitting on my bed. I have a table pulled up and all my stuff on top. Yeah, so it looks like Momo Talk with Haruna will be taking a little bit longer, so I'll probably do that next time. Finish talking with Haruna. She's quite amusing, very amusing. And thank you all so much for stopping by and letting me accompany you. Thank you. My next stream will be on Saturday, and it will be a nighttime stream. Yeah, so this week is 2 daytime streams and 2 nighttime streams. And no matter what part of the world you're in, you'll still have that. Thank you again for stopping by, and please take care of yourself. Bye-bye.